being black in Japan. Listen, racial hegemony is real. Japan is probably the best example of racial hegemony. Okay? They're not down with all that race mixing, race swapping, as they should, right? There's one interview in this that I caught. It was very disturbing. And the validation that black folks seek is so just, it's sad at this point. It's pitiful. You know, all black folk just want is a hug from these oppressive ass caste systems, you know, these other power brokers, these other power structures. All black folk want is just a hug and an apology, and they're gonna be all right. Let's go.
Block in Japan.
I think it's a bit overwhelming at first, to be completely honest, because like,
and then she was like, block me. She was blocking me, right? And it seemed like she liked me, but she kept blocking me, and then
no matter where I go, I'll always get discriminated against for being black, so I might as well choose the place that makes me happy.
Her interview is the most disturbing, but let's get to it.
Hi everyone, how are you? This is Ricky. Today I'm going to interview black people. What's it like being black in Japan? So let's see. On my channel, I dive into Japanese
Block. B-L-O-C-K, block. What it's like being block. Come on.
culture and lifestyle with both Japanese people and foreigners in Japan. So it's a perfect channel for anyone thinking about traveling to or living in Japan. Plus, you can learn real everyday Japanese by watching this video like this. So if you haven't yet, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel every time. Could you introduce yourself?
my name is Darion. I'm from America, and I'm...
Look at this Negro here. Look, what is this Negro doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? This is not the 2000s. We don't wear our jerseys like this. I remember rappers in the 2000s would do this. Why is it everywhere y'all go, y'all have to just remind people why stereotypes exist? What is this? What is this? And he's from Louisiana. Come on, man.
particularly from Louisiana, like the central Louisiana.
Yeah. Right. So how long have you been in Japan?
I've only been in Japan for a week so far, but I did go last year for 1 month, a part of the school program here.
All right, so how long will you be staying in Japan?
I'll be staying in Japan for 1 year.
What's it like, being black in Japan?
Okay, that's a really good question. I feel like when it comes to being black in Japan, it's no different from being maybe like another color. Now, just in the Asian countries, white is favored more, merely because that's just how it's been for a long time. The color white is favored, not necessarily the character of the person, but just the appearance. Like if
this young man can't even tell you, he can't even explain to you why white is the standard, or how important the closer to whiteness one gets. He can't even put that shit into words. Like, come on, man. Yeah, man, bruh. Who wears their jersey like this? Who does this? Who does this? And then you get mad when they have, posters of monkeys in their subways because, we'll get to that too.
If a Japanese person sees a white guy and he's like mildly attractive, it's like, oh, that guy is like cool, he's super cool, he's white or whatever. But that's not as common, I think, nowadays. I feel like it's more so whenever you come here, you're a foreigner. You're not black necessarily, you're not white necessarily, you're a foreigner. And it's only a few Japanese people that might look at you as color. For example, there's a lot of Japanese girls that like gyaru, and a lot of them really like hip hop culture. I'm just using Japanese.
You mean gyaru?
Gyaru. however you say it.
All right,
Gyaru.
Gyaru, right?
Gyaru.
Yeah.
I'm only using Japanese girls for example, but there's also guys too that are also like hip hop. So a lot of girls that are into that, they like hip hop whatnot. So when they see a black guy, it might be more of a like a spectacle to them.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only case where race might play a part. But for the most part, in Japan, it's mostly just like, oh, you're a foreigner, right? Instead of just like, oh, you're black, you're white, you're Mexican,
That's racial hegemony. Got to keep their race as pure as possible. Let's continue.
Right. So when it comes to relationships here, you have to be very, very, I guess, particular with what you might say and how you might convey something.
Okay, let's say you're dating a Japanese girl. Like, is there any problem? Could be like language, could be like culture difference, or like whatever.
Good question. So one problem could be a case of being fetishized because of the race. The one problem can be they just see you as a novelty, right? And I've seen this in many interviews with foreigners on Japan. It's like if you're like black or whatever, it's like a novelty, right? So they might not completely like you for you. Oh, I'll tell you an experience I did have. I was talking to a Japanese girl online, and we talked for a very long time. I don't know if she's Manhattan, I'm not sure. She was a little bit crazy. But we were talking, and she was very sweet and whatnot. But she would have these weird moments where she would get like really drunk and whatnot or whatever, and then she would like block me. And she would block me, right? And it seemed like she liked me, but she kept blocking me, and then she just blocked me altogether. So I don't think she necessarily liked me personally. It was kind of like, oh, this is a black guy's a spectacle. Let me talk to him for a little bit or whatever, and then move on. Right. And I've heard a lot of other people talk about that same experience where it'll seem like someone's into them, and then it's kind of just like they kind of distance off once they get their fix of a foreigner, you know. So, but it's not with every Japanese. I'm not going to say that, but it's some of them are like that, especially counting like what their niche is, you know. So.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Could you introduce yourself?
My name is Umi, and I'm from Florida, and I've lived in Japan for 2 years.
All right, this is the worst one. This is the worst. This is the worst of the worst. Oh my gosh. Let's continue.
What brought you to Japan?
I wanted to study Japanese, and since I was a kid, I've always wanted to live here.
What's it like being black in Japan?
So it's different from being a foreigner. Those are two different things. Technically, yeah, they're the same, but also different.
No, you're on the bottom scale. A foreigner has more respect than, you know. Let's just let her tell it.
Being black, I would say, has its difficulties. Like, I get stereotyped a lot, actually, in Japan. So with my job, I work with kids, and so when I first meet them, they cry because of my skin tone.
What? Wait, what? She said... She said what? They cry because of her skin. Boy, if y'all don't. Oh my God, let's continue. It gets worse. It gets worse.
I get a lot of derogatory terms sometimes with Japanese people. Like, they've called me like a monkey.
It's people call you. They call you. Wait. You want to know why they call you that? I'll show you why. Japanese posters of black people as monkey. I can't believe this is an actual thing. Yeah, this is it. This is what they're putting on their subways, because you urban folk like to make TikTok videos of yourselves dancing in the subways. You want to dance and get next to these people and invade their personal space and dance. These are urban folk. Okay? Who is that? Who? Yeah? Y'all didn't know about this? Because y'all want to go over there and act a goddamn fool and make TikTok videos of y'all dancing and messing with these people. Wait, let me see if I can find videos. See, here we go. Racism erupts after Japan uses monkeys to portray unruly train passengers. Here we go. It comes after several TikTokers appeared on the Japanese news for disrupting commuters by filming dances on the packed rail carriages. In Japan, being quiet on the train is actually a part of their culture of politeness, which is said to embody consideration and courtesy towards others. Okay? That's why. Amid this context, the Japanese rail network has rolled out a campaign instructing passengers on how to behave while on the trains. In one of the images being plastered across trains and stations in Tokyo, a group of monkeys can be seen behaving in an unruly manner, shouting and moving as they could be dancing, while their fellow passengers, a fox, polar bear, and squirrel, seem distressed. Okay? because y'all want to go over there and make TikTok videos of y'all's messing with people. All right. Now, they claim that the monkey has vastly different connotations to how it is seen in the West, which is an image that has reinforced the subjugation of black people for centuries. The paper said, we found your post as an indirect accusation for us being racist and spreading misinformation about us, that we use targeted flyers based on race, which is totally not acceptable. Our community does not welcome any form of chaos. Indeed, guess what? Racism is another form of chaos that is not welcome here at all. The paper goes on to explain the differences in how the monkey is seen in the West and Japan, claiming that monkeys, especially the Japanese macaque, are usually seen in the more neutral or even positive light, adding that the animal is a part of folklore and sometimes used in adverts due to the behaviors they exhibit. Now, if you believe that, wait, you know what? Let's go find the videos. Let's go, because some of y'all need context. Okay, some of y'all. Oh, look at this. Monkey advert resembling Obama is pulled in Japan. This is 2008. Oh no. Japanese mobile firm said it pulled the TV advert depicting a monkey as a political candidate amid accusations that it was racist, reference to Barack Obama, who is seeking to become the first black U.S. president. Oh no. That's bad. Okay, let me find the videos. Okay. Black TikTokers dancing on trains in Japan. Here we go. Look at this dumbass shit here. Look how y'all messing with people. Look at y'all. Let's continue. Is this him again? Look at y'all. Look. Huh? Look. Idiocracy. Let's continue. He's at it again. He just can't help himself. Look at this. They're idiots. Yeah, this is why you got monkey posters up. Okay. This is why you got monkey posters up. Idiocracy. Okay. Let's get back to this cringy ass interview here. With Japanese people, they call. Okay, come on.
I've been called the N-word a few times here.
What would you think you weren't? Did you think they don't know the word over there? You thought you were special, huh? Okay.
But also it's been really good too. So because I'm black, I stand out a lot. And so people come to me more usually than most. So if I'm with my friends who are let's say white, Japanese people will come to me first because I look more different, I guess, maybe because I dress pretty Japanese. So
Is there any pros and cons like being black in Japan?
yeah. Okay, so the cons are, of course, people will stare at me a lot, but I'm pretty used to that. Stare at me, so some of this discrimination. But the pros are, so if I apply for a job, there's not a lot of black people usually that apply for jobs, so I'll get picked more often than not because they want something new, something fresh. Yeah.
All right. Is there anything that you want to share your experience in Japan, like being black?
Oh, yeah. So I guess being black in Japan, I use dating apps sometimes to talk to guys. And a lot of people there will say like, oh, I've never talked to a black person before. So usually I'm the first black person that I've gone on a date with a Japanese guy. For the most part, it's pretty nice. And I would say like, there's a group of like Nigerians that live in like Harajuku and Shibuya and stuff. And usually if there's like some trouble or some guy trying to talk to me, they will step in and help me because I'm black too. So they will, we try to have each other's backs. Yeah.
Well, that's nice. That's good to know. Let's continue.
Also, because I'm black and I live in Japan, a lot of Japanese people assume that I can't speak Japanese, or they assume that I'm from Africa, or if I tell them that I'm American, then they get surprised because I think a lot of Japanese stereotypes towards African American women are that everyone is pretty heavyset, fat. So that's a big stereotype here with being black in Japan. And yeah, like I said, they assume I can't speak Japanese. So when I do speak Japanese, they get really surprised. So because I think they assume like me and my friends are together. She's white, I'm black. They assume she can speak Japanese and I can't. So that happens quite a lot. And usually it's opposite. They can't speak Japanese, but I can. So, yeah.
I see. That's interesting. Okay, thank you. Do you see yourself in Japan in the future?
Yes, I plan to live here as long as I can. I want to try to live here forever. Hope that's my plan because I really love living here, even though Japan has its pros and cons everywhere around the world, has its pros and cons. So I think like as an African American woman, as a black woman, no matter where I go, I'll always get discriminated against for being black. So I might as well choose a place that makes me happy.
All right, thank you so much. Do you speak Japanese?
少しだけ。
Can you introduce yourself in Japanese too?
Okay, じゃあ、はじめまして。私の名前は海です。2年くらい日本住んでいる。
Hey, shout out to her because she can speak the language. There's a little buddy that's somewhere in Southeast Asia that can't speak the language, but this young sister has pretty much, is capable of speaking the language. Shout out to her. What's the sense in you traveling if you can't speak the language and now you're trying to learn the language? Shout out to her. What she do is what she do. Red, I'm about to wrap this up in 15 minutes, bro. I got you. And Carrie says she crazy as hell. Why is she crazy? Why is she crazy? Why is she crazy? Hey, she busting that Japanese out.
なんか私の日本語はあんまりペラペラじゃない。だからもっと勉強したいです。はい。
That's what's
あり
up.
がとうございます。All right, thank you so much.
All right.